My name is John Riley, CEO, co-founder. I have my partner here. We've got some other participants on here, Mr. Flex. Great to see you on the call here. We're going to go ahead and go through the presentation as long as my sound's okay. Mike is sounding pretty good.
Yeah, you sound very good.
All right, great. All right, so let's talk about MagnumMeta, our company, which was originally known as Magnum Life. Just to give you our mission was to create something that can empower individuals of diverse backgrounds with digital knowledge and entrepreneurship. MagnumMeta was established in 2019, a team of digital enthusiasts and entrepreneurs and leaders who are passionate about empowering human potential. And we want to play a key role in the rapid expansion of global opportunities for everyone, creating a better world with every new bit of knowledge acquired. I know that sounds like a lot of fancy words, but really the bedrock of what we did and what we've been doing and will continue to do is e-learning and just basically disrupting that industry. When we talk about learning online, that's something that's become very popular over the past decade, but at the same time, it still involves paying to learn, and the majority of the profits go to the people who are creating the content. What we wanted to do was create a platform which rewarded the majority of the profits to the community. So we created a very robust means of compensating participants in our ecosystem. And we also wanted to make sure that we brought the latest and most relevant topics and course material to our community members as well. We know traditional colleges, you pay a lot of money, you go into a lot of debt at universities, and a lot of the material that you learn, by the time you graduate from that degree or with that degree, it's already been outdated because technology is rapidly evolving and things are changing more quickly than ever before in our history. So we wanted to create a platform where we continue to give value to our students. Once you become a member in MagnumMeta and participate in our e-learning platform, not only can you earn while you learn, but what you're learning is continuing to be added to in terms of quality and relativity. So the world has become increasingly more receptive to e-learning. Obviously, I just talked about that. We're talking about a $200 billion market size, which sounds very big, and it is very big, but there's also a lot of room to grow. It's still in the pioneer stages of evolution, this industry. With the limitless potentials of more advanced technologies and sudden public shift into the new paradigm of, quote, operate from home lifestyles. And we saw this really be advanced rather quickly because of the last few years and what we've dealt with the global pandemic. It kind of forced not only business, how we interact, how we operate in terms of business, and how we connect in terms of learning. It really kind of forced us as a society globally to do a lot of things from home that just not too long ago we would have to travel and go into physical buildings, physical real estate to be able to participate in that stuff. So, whereas the world is wanting to change, or the technology is rapidly advancing, the global pandemic really pushed us into a situation where we were forced to see how it works, and it ended up working pretty well. And I think it's inspired a lot of businesses, a lot of institutions, and a lot of learning platforms to explore this option, because it creates a cheaper, more efficient, and more globally friendly option for people to participate in these economies. So let's talk about some of the problems that we're solving. Any good business has to be able to identify and solve problems. And we're talking about within this particular industry, we have problems with data security, supply chain, lack of interaction, identity verification, and as well as payment gateways. So these are all problems that are real world issues that people and companies have to deal with on a daily basis. With data security, according to the statistics, over 4 billion records were compromised in 2019 from major banks, applications, and e-commerce platforms such as Amazon. We talked about that huge Amazon hack, which affected over 106 million people. I personally have had my information hacked from a handful of companies and I've gotten notices from those companies letting me know you may have been involved in a data breach. And as a common courtesy, we're going to give you 3 years of credit monitoring. I'm not sure if any of you on the call have experienced anything like that, but it's very, very common for our data to be compromised, because we have not been operating on a secure blockchain, such as will be relevant in this Web 3.0 space and the evolution of the internet. Let's talk about supply chain. Existing e-commerce supply chain structures do not provide seamless collaboration with key parties, which is the most crucial aspect of the industry. So this leads to poor customer experiences due to poor product tracking, inventory management. So just the inefficiency of e-commerce has also been a big problem. Lack of interaction, one of the most unrecognized impacts, which a lot of people don't realize on e-businesses, is the lack of interaction between customers and products on websites, leading to potential visitors leaving the site without making a purchase. So it's very informal. There's not a lot of human connection. There's not a lot of authentic interaction that takes place. So people tend to get bored very quickly and they leave the website and they don't actually make a purchase. Identity verification is another huge problem. Lack of online identity verification for each prospective customer and product verification for each vendor results in a lack of trust and transparency all throughout the e-commerce ecosystem. I've been on Facebook where I've purchased some products and they send me something that's really not even close to what I ordered. So even on a platform like Facebook, you're going to see a lot of scamming, a lot of problems with not being able to verify people's identities rather. Payment gate. If somebody can mute themselves, that would be great. Payment gateways. Statistics show us that 1.7 billion adults are currently not unbanked. That's a staggering statistic. Thinking about how integral banking is in our day-to-day lives, imagine that still 1.7 billion people still are not banked. So all of these things that we're talking about here are going to be part of MagnumMeta, and the problems that we're going to be solving is something that is going to be part of our ecosystem, and expanding beyond the e-learning bedrock of our company. We'll be transferring and evolving into the metaverse and the Web 3.0 space. And our goal is to make a name, a household name around the world. And everybody on this call and listening to this presentation has an opportunity to pioneer that front leading company opportunity, as opposed to getting involved in something that's existed so far, these intermediaries that none of us see any sort of profits. We don't see any sort of benefits. We just participate in their services. But at MagnumMeta, we're all going to be able to win together and benefit and profit together. And we'll explain a little bit exactly how that's going to happen moving forward in the presentation. So let's move on to the solution. We talked about some of the problems. Any good business that's sustainable and that wants to solidify long-term success needs to be able to provide solutions to these problems. That's key. So if there's businesses out there that are promising things to their customers, to their users, but they're not solving any problems. They're just offering hype and promises that are too good to be kept. And unfortunately, you have to really look at business. And when you're making a decision to join a business, you have to make sure that you're joining a business that is going to be solving problems, which is how businesses find success. And a lot of these companies that come and go very quickly, it's because they're actually not legitimate companies. They're not offering any solutions. But at MagnumMeta, we definitely are. With the rapid emergence of advanced technologies, we're talking about the metaverse, Web 3.0, and of course, blockchain technology, which is what all the cryptocurrencies in existence operate on. The MagnumMeta ecosystem aims to overcome limitations in e-business, as well as provide cutting-edge solutions to help scale services and result in high customer retention rates. And that's something we're going to make happen inside of our ecosystem. So some of the aspects of MagnumMeta moving forward, we talked about the bedrock of our company. And initially we started out offering a different way to learn online. a more exciting, relevant, and profitable way for people to participate in our platform and engage in really, really awesome courses. So MagnumMeta e-learning platform will cater to all educational systems. We're going to be harnessing virtual reality and blockchain solutions by engaging students in the MagnumMeta world, educators on our platform, which maybe some of you, maybe you guys want to offer some courses or content inside of the MagnumMeta ecosystem. That's also an opportunity. There's multiple ways you can participate and benefit from our platform. If you decide to do that as an educator, you'll be able to track your students' progression and provide immediate feedback and assessment. Our e-learning will provide blockchain-based smart certificates and decentralized verification. I know that sounds very fancy, but it's just basically harnessing blockchain technology. And this is going to allow for credentials to be verified through cryptographic algorithms, ensuring consented ledger entries cannot be tampered with. So again, we're just talking about securing data. We're talking about a system where not only the participant, the student or the customer, but the vendor or the teacher, right, or the tutor will be able to have full faith that everything being done is legitimate. The transaction is legitimate between both of those parties. MagnumMeta, talking about e-business, we're going to help healthcare workers interact with patients without geographical limitations. That's another aspect of our platform that's very powerful. With MagnumMeta, they can consult health services with patients and get precise and personalized insight into their medical needs. Business owners can recreate their workroom. So if you're a business or if you already have an existing business, you'll be able to come into our ecosystem, recreate your workroom to make it real life, immersive, so people can feel like they're actually in your place of business without having to leave their homes. This is going to give your clients real world experience through enhanced interaction. And as I talked about, immersive meetings and workshops. Payments also will be seamlessly received for all services from customers within MagnumMeta. And we're going to be doing that by, again, harnessing blockchain technology and this idea of decentralization through our MagnumBit, which is going to be our native token. And we'll talk about that later in the presentation. So that's going to make payments seamless and be able to be fully trusted. Businesses can rely within our e-commerce ecosystem. They can rely on the decentralized technology. We talked about that. This is going to be able to provide quick and efficient services for their customers and transparent business practices that allow customers to verify the authenticity of a product or service before finalizing the purchase. Socializing as well. We talk about entertainment. That's a huge market, a huge industry that's just barely begun within this next phase of the internet. Socializing with people worldwide, building connections, going on vacations, trips, adventures, concerts, shows, GameFi, and everything you can do in the real world, you'll be able to participate in for a much more convenient and affordable experience without leaving your home. Now, this is not to say that the metaverse is going to be replacing the real world, but it's going to be offering something that the real world cannot offer, and that's going to be the convenience of home with the immersive reality that's going to be offering a real world experience for you inside of the metaverse. Our community will be able to create and enable entertainment environments that they can monetize. So again, you'll be able to use MagnumMeta and the metaverse that we have to monetize any sort of entertainment that you want to create yourself. Content creation is really, really important. Identity, everything that you put on the metaverse, you're going to have autonomy over in terms of ownership, and that's because of harnessing the blockchain technology. So this is unprecedented, guys. Like the ability to be able to come on a line and to be able to completely disrupt how we see the idea of marrying digitization and ownership in one package. So this is going to be truly disruptive for industries all across the board. You're going to be earning community rewards that's available to users inside of our ecosystem. So we have a very robust means of being able to reward our community for multiple activities that they engage in. The Tribe is our NFT marketplace. We know NFTs is hot. NFTs are very hot right now. They might have cooled off a little bit with this market downturn, but I can assure you, the NFT industry is not going anywhere. It's literally just getting started. It's in its infancy, and our NFT marketplace, which is going to be called Tribe, is developed to showcase our diversity. It allows artists to showcase their artistic designs and bring collectors into their world of unique expression, inspired by who they are, their culture, heritage, and originality. So basically, and those are fancy words, the fancy ways of saying you'll be able to design your own NFTs within our platform. MagnumX is another aspect of what will be part of the MagnumMeta metaverse in our ecosystem. And what this is going to do is allow businesses to connect, and it's going to connect business owners to aspiring entrepreneurs who wish to start businesses within MagnumMeta. It allows established businesses or medium-sized businesses to collaborate with individuals who desire to reach a larger market and gain business presence in new regions. So this could almost be looked at as kind of a mentorship program. You know, we're going to be providing this option for people who are aspiring entrepreneurs who have businesses, no matter what the scale. And this collaboration, which will be seamless within our ecosystem, will really allow people to leverage each other's success. Moving forward into the market size, just so you guys get an understanding of what we're talking about. Why is this such an incredible opportunity? We have to have some relative understanding of what we're looking at in terms of the cryptocurrency space and this next phase of Web 3.0 and metaverse, which is essentially being launched from the platform of blockchain technology, which is what all cryptocurrency is built on. The global crypto market right now, market capitalization just means the entire value of all cryptocurrencies is right around $1 trillion. I believe it's actually somewhat close to that even right now with the downturn in the market. When we talk about total global crypto market inside of the Ethereum ecosystem, it's only about 2.92%. And actually, this might be a good place. After I get through this slide, I can pass it back to you, partner, when we talk about market potential. That seems to be something you get pretty excited about, because this is the bread and butter. This is really what we're talking about in terms of the opportunity within MagnumMeta. When we talk about the Ethereum ecosystem inside the Polygon ecosystem, only about just about 1%, or $298.4 million of the total Ethereum ecosystem is on the Polygon ecosystem. And then just to the right, you'll see e-commerce, online business, coins. So kind of, you know, we're talking about what our niche is going to be. That only accounts for about $10.5 million. And then in terms of education coins, only about $11 million it makes up the total amount of education coins. So you can see what a very, very tiny market this is in terms of its current state of evolution, which is why MagnumMeta is taking advantage of this, and we're going to be a front runner and make sure that we get a piece of this, a large piece of this pie moving forward in this progress. So the next part will be the market potential. And I think what I'll do is I'll hand it over to my partner. If you want to take over from here, what do you think, Ada?
Yeah, that's fine. I could take over from here.
All right.
All right.
So I'll let you share your screen, and I think we still only have Leela, but we are recording it, so we can always
Yeah,
send this
so
out.
yeah, so she wanted us to have it recorded because some of her team members are not able to join right now. I think she mentioned some of them are in church. So I think the recorded version, she can use it for them.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to start with market potential moving forward?
Yeah, so I'm going to start with the market potentials. And I don't know, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, so we talk about market potentials, and just like what our CEO has just said, we're looking at based on the sector or the market we are playing in currently right now. We're actually looking at what the market is like. We want to look at what are the potentials for us, and also, view and see how other markets or other projects who are actually in the same market, how they have performed. And this is what the market potential, and I think based on that, we'll be able to actually see the potentials, or we'll be able to have a clear forecast on what our expectations are. And this is when you talk about, joining a project, it's not all about, selling hype to you, what is obtainable, when in reality, it's far from it. So we try to put all the cards, on the table, trying to make everyone see that, we have real plans, and we know what we are doing. And I know most of you guys who have been with us for a while right now would actually see that we have been doing this thing, and we've actually done really way better over time. So we'll look at basically the crypto market right now. And between January, that's 2021, and now I think there are over 3,400 new digital assets, be it cryptocurrency, crypto coin, or utility token, any crypto project, about 3,400 that has been created since last year. Now, but the exciting thing about this is that even with this number of projects coming up every single time, there are just only about 8 educational tokens and 18 e-commerce business tokens. So other tokens are focused on different services, but in the sector which we play, there are only about 8 of them, 8 educational and 18 e-commerce on the Polygon network. Now, the limited number of tokens in this marketplace indicates a lot of scope of exponential growth in the upcoming years. So basically, we'll be among the most, one of the most, we'll be the one of the really big projects that is on the Polygon network that is providing 2 different sectors, which is education and e-commerce, leveraging on the metaverse. So basically, we will be one of the leading pioneers when it comes to the Polygon network. Now, what is our focus is to target this market size and utilize this market potential in a timely manner. So time is of the essence. In as much as we know time is of the essence, we were waiting for the right time to be able to launch our product, whereby it will be easily acceptable in the market. And most people can actually understand and relate with what we are doing. So now we're going to look at the competitive analysis with this. So what we are going to be comparing is some of the e-commerce projects and also the educational project as well. So here we have about 10 different e-commerce projects, and what we are looking at basically are the features this project have or their token has. And we can see how far they have done. When we took this statistic, that was when we're in the worst of it, or like really in the bear market. So but you can see some of them are really still doing very well in the e-commerce. I can say so far from the top 10 we've taken, I can say about 85% of them were still doing very well, and only about 3%, only about 15%. Maybe if we're being fair, we say about 90% of them were doing well in the bear market, and we have about 10% that actually went in a bit of negative. So we're looking at the features this token have. Some of them don't have the staking features. Most of them don't provide governance, and the reward, they really don't provide any much reward. I think 50% of it provides reward, and the rest doesn't provide rewards, but almost all of them, all of them are used as a payments solution within their ecosystem. Now, we're going to look at educational tokens. These are some of the educational tokens, and we are looking at the features that comes with their token, or the utility that comes with their token. And you can see they really don't have staking, only about 2 of them, which is the news crypto and the educational system token that provides staking reward. And they both have an APY of 25%. That's the news crypto, and the educational system has an APY of 20%. They don't provide any governance. The reward, only about 3 of them provide reward system, and most of them has it used as a payment solution. And we just have only Educare and Matrix not using as a payment solution. So the whole idea of this is for you also to understand the market we're going into, because obviously we are taking education and different sectors. Actually, we are disrupting these different sectors, bringing them into MagnumMeta, and we're going to create a new way on how these various businesses can interact under one umbrella, which is the MagnumMeta community. So we're going to talk a bit about the MagnumBit token, which is called the MGB token. So the MagnumBit is a utility token of the MagnumMeta ecosystem. Now the MGB is developed on the Polygon network and has a total cap supply of 500 million tokens. Now, the holders of this token can earn MGB by simply staking it, and also any rewards. Rewards will come from activities, from referrals, from anything they perform within the MagnumMeta. They will also be able to earn it from reward. Now, they will be releasing about 117 million tokens to raise a maximum of $10 million in the private sale, pre-sale, and also the public sale round. So this is the goal, to raise $10 million in all of this total sale. Now, what are the more informations about the MGB? So the MGB is a deflatory token. A deflatory token means that it reduces a number. So we have 500 million created, and over time, we're going to see the 500 million, getting lesser, or, deflating. The number would deflate, and we'll have it, because we already have a system already set in place that is going to automatically buy and burn these tokens. So we can have a lesser supply. Now, during the token sale, there are going to be three major currencies that we can use, which is the USDC, USDT, and Matic. So these are the major cryptocurrency that we'll be able to use during the token sale. Now, the token sale information will be made available on the website pretty soon. The pre-sale we're going to have 3 pre-sales. We're going to have the private sale, the pre-sale, and the public sale. Now, the private sale is probably the cheapest possibly on what the sale price can be. And basically the pre-sale and the public sale, even though we have it at 85 cents, 8.5 cents, obviously there are tendencies of it actually getting way more expensive than that. Now, the hard cap is for us to raise $10 million, and the token name is called the MagnumBit. Total supply is 500 million, and the symbol is MGB. So now, what are the benefits of our token? Now, this token is designed to provide numerous rewards by performing certain activities, or actually performing certain tasks within the MagnumMeta ecosystem. Also, you can be able to earn more MagnumBit, which is part of the utility when you stake our MagnumBit. You can use it to buy goods and services within the MagnumMeta ecosystem. And as we keep expanding the features of the MagnumMeta, the utility is going to actually expand, because every great economy needs to have various services they provide. So we will provide numerous services that people can be able to use the MagnumBit on. Now, also, you can be able to pay for online courses, and also use it to pay for your transaction fees within the MagnumMeta community or ecosystem. And also, we're going to have the community rewards. Like I mentioned, people are going to be earning a lot of rewards from the community. Honestly, I think basically it is a very, very exciting opportunity, because when we talk about residual income, that is what the goal is, to create a platform that people don't have to keep doing the same thing all the time. They can plug into this platform and be able to benefit, plug into this platform, do a one-time tax, and be able to benefit from the residual system we have actually developed. And also, the token is going to provide governance. So what is a governance? Governance means that it gives the community the ability to make certain decisions about MagnumMeta, about the tax we take, about project collaboration, about certain things. So the governance gives power to the community. And when you have more MagnumBit, you'll be able to make those decisions. And apart from that, the governance allows you to propose. So it means that when you have more MagnumBit, you're able to propose certain projects that the community is going to vote and decide if they should go with that project. So basically, it puts power into the hands of the community. Now we're going to talk about token distribution. Now we have 500 million tokens, and this is how they're going to be distributed. We have the private sale, the pre-sale, and the public sale. So out of the 500 million, it is broken down into this. The private sale, 30 million goes into that. The pre-sale, another 35 million goes into that. And the public sale, 52 million. Now, this entire first, second, and third sale will raise us $10 million if we successfully execute and sell off every single token. We'll raise $10 million. Now, also a portion of that, we keep going into the development. A portion of the 500 million tokens, which is 62 million, we go into the development of the project because we'll keep developing the MagnumMeta. The founders and the entire team, 10% goes there. And the treasury, we have about 25% that goes there as well. And also the community, 75%. Then initial liquidity, we have 5 million. The marketing, we have 50 million. And also the staking reward, we have 115 million for the staking reward pool. Now, again, this document we are sharing with you right now is actually very, the informations here are kind of limited, but to get a full understanding of what Magnum Life is all about and how we're going to generate revenue from all these various commerces that we're going to participate in, you want to check our white paper. The white paper gives more details, give more information, more in-depth information, and on how this entire system is going to work and how we're going to raise the funds. Now, okay, the token sale, the token release and vesting schedule. So what we have done is to create a vesting schedule at a point where we are able to control the price and also be able to avoid the dump of the token. And that is why we have a vesting schedule. Now, the vesting schedule will take up to 12 months and will be unlocked systematically. Now, on the day of the TGE, which is on the day we'll be listing the token, those who purchase during the private sale, 5% of that amount will be released to you, and the rest of it will be released over a period of 12 months. So if you receive 5% today, when the token is being listed, then the next month, which is going to be the 19th of September, you're going to have another portion again for you to claim. And the next month, which is October, you're going to have another portion for you to claim. So basically, this is how the vesting schedule will work. And every single aspect of it has different vesting schedule, from the private to the pre-sale to the public to the founders token to the marketing token, development token, treasury tokens, staking reward tokens, community reward tokens, and liquidity pool tokens. Not all of them have a vesting schedule. For example, like the community rewards token does not have any lock period. It doesn't have it doesn't have a very stringent vesting period. So it means immediately we actually release the token, community reward pool, people can start benefiting from it as well. Also, the staking reward, it has no lock period as well. And also the development token as well. So now we're going to look at the token sale rounds. So there are going to be 3 sale rounds that will go on. We have the private sale, the pre-sale, and the public sale. Now, the goal basically during the private sale is to raise $2.1 million. And from this $2.1 million, there are commissions that will go out and also other incentive for our core team leaders or the ambassadors of our project. And also the price of the token is at 7 cents. Now, this is the cheapest way for one to participate during the token sale, and the minimum contribution is 500 USD. So you can either pay for this 500 USD in USDC, USDT, or Matic, and the maximum contribution is 5,000 USD too. As we move forward, I'm going to explain to you what you're likely to get from both if you decide to participate with the least one or participate with the by the maximum amount. Now, on the next one, we have the pre-sale, and we're going to be raising 2.9 million, and we have the public sale where we'll be raising almost about $5 million. Now, this is the roadmap. Basically, this actually tells us where we've been coming from with the project since 2019, and we're currently here, almost getting to this point, which is going to be in 2022 as well, where we're going to start the private sale, the pre-sale, public sale, and immediately after that, we go into listing. And also we have our plans as well. Immediately after listing, we start collaborating with influencers, tutors, businesses, and all of them. And we'll start collaborating with all of them. And also we will have the exterior and interior of our metaverse being fully developed, and customization of the ecosystem, the Magnum lot stores and office as well. So we'll start. Then the Magnum Light plan and mapping as well. Now we'll also develop our 3D virtual classroom. Immediately after the token sale, we'll be developing the new Web3 e-learning portal, which is going to be very, very exciting. So in as much as we're going to be providing virtual classrooms for those people who will want to stay learn in the same, like with the current way we learn right now, we'll be providing a more advanced learning, online learning portal, which will basically be on Web3. Which is going to be very, very exciting. We're going to have our own video hosting LMS, which is a learning management system, whereby different institutions, colleges, individuals can come in and create their own course, branded the way they want. So we're going to create very exciting learning management system that will be hosted within the MagnumMeta. And also the 2023, we'll develop the virtual classrooms, the NFT wearables, the marketplace, development and integration of the marketplace stores, e-businesses with virtual reality. Also, we move on again with community building, reward development, staking reward release. Another thing again is immediately after the token sale, we'll have the listing, we'll have the token, the staking actually being released as well, where people can start staking their tokens and also earn commissions. And this is why it's very important for those to participate during the sale, because when you have people who joined you during the token sale, and when they start staking their Magnum bit, you will also be earning commissions from those staking rewards as well, which is very, very cool. And this is true residual income that you can just be earning because most times, majority of the times by default, they all stake their Magnum bits. And also we have the Tribe NFT marketplace launch, the GameFi launch, the centralized exchange listing, and the governance as well will be released as well. And also we'll have partnership development and expansion. We're going to release the Magnum X and also the community expansion as well. So our goal will always to keep expanding our community. And like somebody is going to ask me, how would that work? So the first thing we do as a community or as a project, the first thing we do is to attract the people, our businesses, our users, our community, just like what we're doing. We're having marketing. We're actually using affiliate system to get our consumers. So we are actually preparing the ground for businesses that is going to come into MagnumMeta. So we are attracting those people. And also, once we do that, we start rewarding. So reward is going to be a very huge aspect of MagnumMeta. We reward people for actually taking certain actions or actually participating in certain things. They get rewarded. They're all going to get rewarded for just maybe giving a review on the product they use. So many exciting things we have that people are going to be rewarded. And once we reward them, we go out more to attract more people by creating more opportunities to get different sectors or different people or different industry to participate in MagnumMeta as well. And with that, we keep expanding our community and as well the services that we provide. And also we'll have the MagnumMeta innovation, DeFi, and smart technology. So what we'll be doing with our MagnumMeta smart technology is to actually empower or contribute to the metaverse with technologies, innovative technology on how people can access the metaverse and actually navigate from the offline world to the online world. So we'll be actually collaborating with a lot of tech companies to make sure we contribute towards this aspect as well. Now, the use of funds. Now, out of the money, the funds that will be raised, which is about $10 million, basically this shows how these funds will be distributed. And we have an initial liquidity, we have the development, we have the audit, we have the marketing, we have the team, and we also have the legal. So all of this is actually going to be distributed, which is the $10 million into these various sectors. Now, why would you want to invest in MagnumMeta? And what we have done here is to just give you an insight on metaverse project. And what we have done is to pick out like the top metaverse project. And many of them basically are actually focused on, GameFi and total different things and avatars. Now, these are metaverse project that has actually done pretty very well. So, but the point is that none of them is actually doing what we are providing right now in MagnumMeta, which gives us an edge because we are taking the metaverse, the solution it can provide beyond gaming, whereby we can have real use cases, people's day-to-day life running in the metaverse. So basically, just recreating your existing life on the internet. So that is it basically. What you naturally do here, how you're going to spend time, how you're going to socialize, how you're going to collaborate with people. That is what we will be actually providing within MagnumMeta, and providing solutions for business to be able to provide those services as well. Now, so these are some of the top metaverse tokens. And what we have done is to look at how far they have come, and obviously their all-time high, and also considering the total supply, like the quantity that they have. So basically we have the Ape coin that has done over 1 billion, that has over 1 billion total supply. And we can see with a huge quantity, the huge supply, it has had an all-time high of $26. And currently at the time of when this data was taken, it was somewhere about $4. And we have Sandbox. Sandbox is pretty much very familiar. And the token symbol is called SAN, or the name of the token is actually called SAND. And we can see it had an all-time high of about $8. And currently at the time we took this data, which is about 4 weeks right now, was about $1. So it has a total supply of 1.2 billion. Now we have the Decentraland, which is Mana, has about 1.8 billion total supply, and had an all-time high of $1.6 and price of about 83 cents. We have the High Street. The name of the token is called High, and has over 100 billion supply. And we've seen it had an all-time high of about $1 and currently doing about some decimals in 9. Now we have the Floki token, which is about 9 trillion in total supply, and had an all-time high of some decimals and 3. And also we can see how it's doing right now. This was about 4 weeks ago. So we can see the price currently right now about 0.0, like it has a lot of, almost about 6 decimals right now. And also we have the Meta Hero, and obviously we don't have information on the total supply. And also we can see where it is right now, and also had an at-time of about 19 cents. And now we have the Starlast, which is the Atlas, and it has a total supply of about 2.1 billion, and had an all-time high of about 26 cents. And this is the current price right now, which is about $0.0062 of the Starlast token. So what am I trying to say? Like, these are top metaverse projects that has really done very well. We can look at their total supply and compare to what Magnum is providing. So Magnum basically has a total supply of 500 million deflationary token, and has more robust ecosystem, not just offering just education, but we're expanding to so many commerces. At that point, we'll be creating more utility for our token, and at the same time that will help boost our economy, and also the holders of the MagnumMeta, of the MagnumBit as well. Now we're going to look at the MagnumBit token referral plan. Now, for those who will be participating in our MagnumBit token referral plan, I would say like this is the next chapter of what Magnum Life, which is now MagnumMeta, is going. Now we are changing the way we reward. Now, most people will say during the time of when we're just offering education, we're giving such huge rewards because you could use 50% of your MagnumBit to actually onboard people, and you keep that money. And not only that, people were able to earn up to 10% in direct, up to 20% in direct referral commission, and up to 10% in binary, and they were up to 27% in match-up bonus. Those were huge, huge commissions. But right now, the next phase of MagnumMeta is not just only to provide those commissions, but also provide a robust earning possibilities. Like, you will not just earn from just one aspect, but different sectors, different commerces. Will be able to create what we call true residual income for our community members. So when you think about MagnumMeta, I think about it as a business hub that you can plug into yourself and benefit from it. And that's why this token sale is very important for those who are looking at being part of something residual, something revolutionary, something that is going to impact the world. Because anybody that gets tied to you during the private sale is tied to you throughout the entire ecosystem. As the person makes certain services and makes certain purchases, you're able to benefit from that. So I think, which is pretty much very, very exciting. So now this is the MagnumMeta token referral plan, and the minimum purchase is 500 USDT, USDC, and US or Matic. So what that means is that the minimum is $500 and the maximum purchase is $5,000. So you can either pay in USDT, USDC, or Matic. Now the referral system pays up to third level, irrespective of your purchase. So it doesn't matter if you purchase the minimum package, if you purchase the minimum contribution, which is $500, it doesn't matter. You'll be able to earn up to your third level. And again, that you'll be able to earn in all of these three currencies, USDT, USDC, and Matic. So it means that if on your first level, all of them pay in USDT, you will earn USDT. If everybody on your second level pays in USDC, you receive USDC. If everyone on your third level pays in Matic, you will earn Matic. Now, on your first level, if 50% of them pays in USDT and USDC, you will earn the equivalent. Whatever anyone in your ecosystem, on your genealogy, on your team purchases up to your third level, you will earn in those various currencies. Now, the only thing you need to do is to purchase the minimum. Now, the minimum is because the minimum is $500, which is you need to pay in either of the currencies that I have mentioned. And this is a private sale. It is a unique time for people to participate in what MagnumMeta is providing. And you can see what we have done is to actually make the entry per person really not so much. So the maximum anybody can actually do is $5,000. So it's actually designed for just people who want to be part of the top of what MagnumMeta is providing, and also make an impact in the community, and at the same time start building their community and their team as they move forward, so they can be able to leverage on the efforts of others as well, while others are also to do that as well. Now, there are going to be 3 tiers during of referral. So we have the first level or the first tier, which you earn 5%. There's no limit. So if you have 100 people who have purchased the MagnumMeta token, you're going to earn 5% on all 100 of them. There's no limit. There are no caps. You earn and you earn. And also on level 2, 3% as well. There's no cap. And also level 3, 2% as well. There's no cap. Now, the best strategy is, because you only have first, second, and third level, you want to make sure you position the right people on your first level. And the first people on your first level can also position the right people, which will become your second level. And those on your second level can also be positioned the right people, which will be on your third level. So basically, most people will actually start getting a lot of commissions right out immediately from this entire token sale. Now, the price per token is 7 cents. So what does that mean is that if you purchase $500 worth of MagnumMeta paying in any of this currency, you will receive 7,142 MagnumMeta. So just you participating even the minimum of 500, you have about 7,000. Now, I want you to look at this. On the day of the listing, 5% of that is going to be made available to you. So if 5%, 10% will give you about 700, right? And 5% will give you somewhere about 350, okay? So you can imagine what the price, many people will want to start receiving maybe what they put in immediately once we go on listing, or even during the referral system, just earning commissions from your community, you can start earning. So you're going to receive 5% of this immediately the moment we go to listing, and the rest of it will be prorated over 12 months. So just it as a way of earning something passive. Every month, something is available for you to claim. And also you can actually stake it them and get more MagnumMeta. That is the cool thing about this. So you can grow your MagnumMeta from this to way much more than that. And that gives you, we have about 30% APY on the MagnumMeta staking. Now, if you purchase $5,000 worth of MagnumMeta using USDT, USDC, and Matic, that will give you 71,000 MGB tokens, which is such a very great deal. And this is probably the cheapest anyone can get the Magnum bit. So, but the minimum purchase is 500 USDT, and you can earn in all of these currencies as well. So how do one want to participate? Now, if you want to participate during the token sale, the first thing to do is to go on the website and actually get whitelisted. Now, these are for key leaders, people who want to be key leaders, who want to like work directly with the team or with the MagnumMeta, and at that point a unique link will be generated for you, and also that your wallet becomes whitelisted. So basically those are the core team, they can get whitelisted. So that is how it's going to work. And now we're going to talk about the team. You have John, which is our CEO here, and also you have myself. I think we'll be having our team, the rest of the team, their information uploaded on our white paper. So to know more about the team members who are all behind the project, by this weekend, I think it should be on our white paper. You'll be able to see every single person and the role each and everyone has played in the creation of the MagnumMeta, and they will always be with us throughout the entire development of the project. So that brings me to the end of the presentation. Yeah, so like I always say, it's such a privilege for me, and also it's just, you know, a very exciting time for me to be part of MagnumMeta and also be among one of the pioneers to actually bring solutions like this to this part of the world.